Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For more than 2 decades, Terry Crews has kept viewers laughing on screens big and small. Best known for his comedy chops, he lent his talent to hit shows like Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Everybody Hates Chris and movies like White Chicks and Idiocracy. His exuberance as the host of America's Got Talent impressed critics including Laura Hurley from CinemaBlend, who wrote, "He comes across as so genuinely filled with joy that he's a delight to watch." His long-running gig as a shirtless, peck-popping pitchman for Old Spice deodorant turned him into a viral sensation. Crews is a very entertaining guy, but he didn't have an easy path making it to Hollywood or staying there. On the surface, the actor who started out as the professional football player seems to have it all together, but underneath that buff physique and megawatt smile, Crews was masking his darkest secrets. His over 30-year marriage to Rebecca King Crews, of course an eternity in the entertainment world, may seem like a bed of roses, but as you will see, numbers don't tell the whole story. There are plenty of skeletons in Terry Crews' closet, and we are about to reveal everything you want to know. Terry Crews comes from a strict religious family in Flint, Michigan. As a child, he was not allowed to play sports, listen to popular music, or go to a movie theater, as he explained on the ABC Popcorn with Peter Travers. Crews said that at age 9, he begged his mom to let him see Star Wars at the drive-in theater. That's when he realized what he was missing. "I didn't know I was going to be an actor, but I was like, somehow, someway, this changed my life, but it came out of the very sad time." The bigger problem for the Brooklyn Nine-Nine star was his hot-tempered dad. "My father was addicted to alcohol and my mother was addicted to religion," the actor told Wendy Williams. On an episode of Running Wild with Bear Grylls, Crews said that he bulked up to defend himself and his mother. "My father was very abusive, he used to beat my mother," he said. "It was one of those things where I knew I would have to get stronger because one day I thought I would have to fight him." On Christmas Day 2000, Crews' father smacked his wife and knocked her tooth sideways. According to the actor, who added, "I beat this man thinking he might feel some sense of relief or retribution for his mom." Crews said, "I didn't feel one bit better. It left me with nothing." Terry Crews had a less than stellar 5-year career in the NFL. He played for the Los Angeles Rams, the Green Bay Packers, and others before he retired in 1996. He may have burned a few bridges with some of his teammates after his departure. During a 2017 appearance on First We Feast, he opened up about why he ditched the NFL for good. "I got a tryout with the 49ers in 1997 and they treated me so bad. I mean, they treated me like I was dirt." That he explained was the last straw. "I remember coming home to my wife and I said, never again, I was so done." In 2014, there was another dust-up with the league, where Sports Illustrated former players were suing the NFL for giving pain medications and other drugs to its athletes so they could keep playing despite the long-term risk. On SI Now, Crews asked if he would decline drugs or surgery if a team doctor recommended it. "There is this thing when the team kind of looks at itself as your father," he said. "It's like, you would do this for the team, right?" The former linebacker continued, suggesting the league may not be watching the players. "It's really like a cult. I'm going to say it. The NFL is a cult. You believe in it and you were like, they wouldn't do anything to hurt me. They never would. And maybe they would." When the former NFL star first showed up in Hollywood, he was in for a rude awakening. "It was a big shock to me," Terry Crews told. "I moved to Los Angeles thinking that because I was a football player, I was going to get a lot of big opportunities. They didn't even have a football team then. Nobody cared." The out-of-work actor needed a paying gig and he needed it fast. In a 2014 interview with HuffPost, the America's Got Talent host recalled his first job in California. "I picked up a broom and I was sweeping factories. I was like, this is horrible. I can't do this." In an essay for the Wall Street Journal, Crews wrote, "I could not believe how far my life had come down from the NFL to this, but he swallowed his pride and continued to push that broom," telling CNBC that after that I was never broke again. Before quitting football, the former linebacker created his own cottage industry on Jimmy Kimmel Live. He explained that after being cut from a team, which happened a lot, he would ask the players if they wanted him to paint their portraits. "It would literally take me about 2 months to do a painting and they would give me like $5,000, Crews said. I would survive off that. My whole family survive off that. Many pro athletes struggle with their post-retirement transitions and Terry Crews was no exception. You are larger than life and then all of a sudden they don't know your name. The blended actor told ABC News, "They don't know who you are." He said he was depressed and he turned to fast food for comfort. After indulging himself in burgers, fries and bags of cookies, he packed on 30 pounds. "I learned that a lot of eating thing and many problem with eating has a lot to do more with your emotions," he shared in an interview with The Hollywood Reporter about his memoir, Tough. Crews revealed that despite his early success, he would often get depressed as soon as project was done. It was horrible. I had determined my worth through the opinions of other people. So it was like if everyone loved me, then I was great. But if I was not working, I was a failure. I was never satisfied. He added that the constant search for validation can be a motivator, and sometimes it can lead to your downfall. In his 2014 book Manhood, the White Chicks actor explained that his mental state was intervened with his porn addiction. I soon established a pattern where anytime I was dealing with anxiety, I acted out with pornography, he wrote. On the one hand, I felt bad because I knew I shouldn't do so, but at the same time, it was exhilarating, a rush like taking a drug. Terry Crews was obsessed with porn from a very young age. I was addicted to pornography since I was 12 years old, he told Wendy Williams in 2015. The following year, he posted a series of videos on Facebook coming clean about his dirty little secret. He started by dispelling the myth that nobody can be addicted to porn. If day turns into night and you are still watching, you probably have got a problem. And that was me, he said. He explained how it impacted him. It changes the way you think about people. People become objects. People become body parts. They become things to be used rather than people to be loved, he said. Terry Crews shared how it threatened his marriage. It affected everything. My wife was literally like, I don't know you anymore. I am out of here. I had to change, Crews said. I literally had to go to rehab. Crews kicked the porn habit but never spoke to anyone about it, including his wife for years. His addiction and his silence drove the couple apart. Every time I watched it, I was walled off. I was like another brick that came between me and my wife. Crews told people that his celebrity status only fueled his addiction. Success is the warmest place to hide, he said. Fame made it worse. Hollywood didn't care. It still doesn't care if you lose your family. It happens every day. In 2010, after 2 decades together, Terry Crews' marriage to singer Rebecca King Crews had reached its breaking point. In their 2021 audio memoir, Stronger Together We Are People, Rebecca recounts what they refer to as their D-Day. After Terry opened up about his porn addiction and being unfaithful, she said it was like death. Rebecca threatened to walk out on time, and Terry admitted he could not stop crying. She would stay in her bedroom for days and the children were caught in the middle of it. Terry acknowledged this thing has become a problem and eventually patched things up with Rebecca after he did the work in rehab and therapy. In his Facebook confession, Terry said, I didn't get help so I could get my wife back. I got help because I needed it. She did decide to stay with me because she knew I was repentant. Terry's control issues also created tension over the years in their marriage. In a recent interview with Newsweek, the Everybody Hates Chris actor said he had to learn how to be an equal partner with his wife. Growing up, I was always told that to be a man, you had to take ownership of your house and everyone in it, he said. I had to realize that you cannot love someone and control them at the same time. After growing up in a violent home, it took Terry Crews a while to admit he had anger management issues of his own. I have been involved in some of the most competitive, toxic environments you could probably ever be in. But I was also a card-carrying member, he told the 2018 Teen Vogue Summit per the Hollywood Reporter. The Expendables 3 actor said that while raising his eldest daughter, I remember yelling, screaming, anger, domination. I had to be my way or the highway. Speaking to E.T., Crews admitted he had a history of popping off. I lived life like I was a revenge movie, he said, adding that his attitudes were like, I'm gonna get everybody back, whoever did anything wrong to me ever. One time after a man was disrespectful to his wife, he slammed a guy headfirst onto the concrete. She said, at a minimum, you are gonna get sued, okay? And at the maximum, someone is going to kill you, Crews explained. She was like, promise me you will just walk away. And I made that promise, he said. And little did I know that it would save my life. In Tough, Crews wrote why he believes controlling your anger is actually a sign of strength. Anytime you are acting out of anger, you are not in control. You are allowing yourself to be provoked. To be filled with anger and rage is to be powerless and weak. In 2017, Terry Crews became one of the first men to come forward with his story as part of the Me Too movement. With a series of tweets, he started with my wife and I were at a Hollywood function last year and a high-level Hollywood executive came over to me and grouped my privates. Then in an interview on Good Morning America, the actor identified the executive as Adam Winnett, a high-power talent agent with William Morris Endeavor. He comes over to me, I stick my hand out and he literally takes his hand and squeezes my genitals. Crews shared, I have never felt more emasculated, more objectified. I was horrified. Crews opened up to Michael Strahan saying he felt powerless and unfairly judged by the public once the story broke. When a person of power breaks that boundary and violates that boundary, you are a prisoner of war, he said. He told Newsweek he was victim shamed. I remember a time when people told me it's impossible for you to get sexually assaulted, you are too big, but that's like saying you are too big to get shot, he said, adding that he realizes now that Me Too isn't a woman issue. It's a humanity issue. Cruz filed a lawsuit against Bennett and WME per USA Today. The suit was settled in 2018 according to a statement obtained by a Hollywood reporter which noted that Bennett was planning to leave WME. After Bennett apologized, Cruz tweeted accepted with his resignation. Thanks for watching everyone. Please like, share and comment.